You know, a lot of the same people who are asking for empathy for Charlie Kirk, a person who doesn't think empathy should be extended to people, would have been cheering if an undocumented immigrant running away from alligator Alcatraz would have drowned or been eaten by alligators. Me personally, I don't think that the punishment for either of them should be death. But people are getting their self-righteous asses online talking about how Democrats are demonic. I can't believe they're saying these things. Can't believe they're doing it. We watched you guys for 9 fucking months. 9 fucking months celebrating families being torn apart. Children watching their mothers and fathers be taken away from them, detained, and sent back to countries. We watched you cheer that shit on. We read your comments about how kids' tears made you smile. But now you're getting your self-righteous ass on this internet saying you're upset that people don't seem to be upset enough about the passing of Charlie Kirk. And there are some things that I think are in poor taste. Don't get me wrong. And again, I am anti-gun violence. That means I don't think this should have happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't think it should happen to anyone. I think we need to do more in this country to get rid of as much gun violence as we can. Republicans, unfortunately, keep voting against that shit. But it's crazy to me what we saw. We watched people at rallies hold up signs that said, mass deportations now. We listened to Charlie Kirk say the most racist, bigoted shit about every marginalized group you can think of. But you want us to be sobbing in the streets about his passing. It's crazy to me. And then Donald Trump. I'm going to spare you guys as much as I can of watching his video. So I'm not showing you his video of him in the Oval Office, sitting there, saying all these nice things about Charlie Kirk, talking about the radical left. Like, right when he's saying we want to get rid of political violence in this country, he is stoking the flames of political violence. The radical left. The demonic left. That is your president saying that shit. He says all of that, right? Then we have Congress wants to have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Donald Trump says we're going to lower the flags to half-mast for Charlie Kirk. 2 months ago, Melissa Hortman and her husband are murdered by someone. There was no prayer. There was no moment of silence. There was no flags at half-mast. In fact, Donald Trump at the time tried to blame Democrats and then made disparaging comments about Tim Walz while he's trying to deal with this happening in his state. That's what Donald Trump did. Melissa Hortman was a representative, the type of person you lower the flags to half-mast for. Charlie Kirk was a talking head on a podcast. But we're lowering the flags to half-mast for him, but not for a representative. We have had multiple school shootings in this country. We haven't had the flags lowered to half-mast for them. We've had multiple of those in this country. Days after one of them, Charlie Kirk said, some of these things are worth it in order to protect our Second Amendment rights. His words, not mine. But yet people, again, getting their self-righteous asses on this internet saying, I'm mad at these Democrats for not being more upset about this. I watched Charlie Kirk try to say that the murder of George Floyd should be set free. Donald Trump in the Oval Office is saying, we need to stop political violence in this country. That guy pardoned 1,500 people who engaged in political violence on January 6th at the fucking Capitol. But he wants to lecture us about stopping political violence. You gotta be fucking kidding me right now. You gotta be kidding me. And here's the worst of all that too. Like, I'm having this conversation. I've had these conversations with a couple of people. I had someone tell me that, the January 6th insurrectionists can be responsible for the police officer deaths that happened on the day of or the days prior or days after that. Couldn't be the reason for that. Did you know there were more than one January 6th insurrectionists who, when the police found them, seized their phones and computers, they found child porn on their computers or phones? Arrested them and booked them or whatever for January 6th, as well as those things as well, right? When they were pardoned, those charges were dropped as well because those charges came up as a result of them being arrested for January 6th. Donald Trump pardoned 1,500 of those type of people, and he wants to fucking lecture us about political violence. And political violence in this country it's the fucking American way. It's what it was founded on. We know that. I said that in one of my previous videos. Stop it, okay? Like, it's crazy to me. And the last thing I want to address is the amount of Magas out there who are making these videos about how you guys fucked up now, Democrats, we're coming for you and all. I just want to make sure I want to make you guys aware of this. We are not afraid of you. The reason we're calling for more conversation, less gun violence and things like that, unity, is because we truly believe that. We truly believe this country should be more united. We're against the bigotry, the racism, the hate that Charlie Kirk was spewing on a daily basis in this country. We're against him traveling the country, saying the things that he was saying, even though he has the right to say that and should not have been killed for it. But the reason we're asking for that is because we believe in it, not because we're fucking afraid of you guys. You making these videos and saying this shit doesn't do anything but make us laugh. We're not afraid of you. We want unity. We want freedom in this country. We want nonviolence. We want, a very peaceful country. But it's because we really do believe in nonviolence and peace, not because you're fucking scaring us into wanting to have talks with you. Our want of nonviolence and peace in this country is through solutions that cause people to have less interactions with police. Yours seems to be just arresting everyone. Never coming up with a solution to why people are committing crimes, just arresting people and throwing away the key. We disagree on that. But again, we want peace and unity, and it's not because we're afraid of you. So stop making those videos, because all we do is laugh at that shit. When you're making videos talking about, we're coming after you, we laugh. When you're posting stuff like, you guys did it, we laugh. It's stupid. Most of us don't believe that someone should be killed for their political views, even though their political views are racist and hateful. Absolutely racist and hateful. I will not back down from saying that what that man said on a daily basis was racist and hateful. But I will say that no one should have that happen to them. And that is because I'm a nonviolent, anti-gun violence type of person. Everyone should be that. Everyone should be that, and we should not wait until these things affect us. A lot of times that's the problem with the Republican Party. You wait until things affect you before you care about them, and you barely even care then. We watched you guys hold up mass deportation now signs. We talked about how Trump's tariffs were going to hurt farmers and stuff like that. Most people didn't care until their family members were deported or their farms were being lost because of these tariffs. This is pretty much what most people that believe the things that I believe agree with. We want people in this country to be able to have a roof over their head, food on their table, and a respectful job that pays them well enough that they don't have to depend on the government to survive in this country. That is pretty much what we want. And I don't know why that is I don't know why that's controversial. We just want people to eat, be able to work, and be able to have shelter. Let me reiterate. If you celebrated People being ripped from their families. Families torn apart. Fathers being dragged away while their kids cried. You have no moral high ground. Absolutely zero moral high ground. None. Stop it with the bullshit. It's not working on anyone. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.